Hi, welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for our single friends. So, if you're not in a relationship, maybe you're just like pursuing one or on the cusp of one, any of that, as long as you're not in a relationship, this reading might be for you. So, almost forgot. Gotta call in spirit. Some wind chime time. I hope you all are having a great start to your day. It is a blizzard out there here in Minneapolis, so it's a great day to stay at home and do some tarot. For our first energy, for those of you who don't know, by the way, I like to start by identifying the two energies. We'll use the Tattoo Tarot to do so. As far as who these two energies could be, as far as a singles reading, this could be literally you and another person you're interested in, or a person who's interested in you. It could also be that the two energies identified are two people that are trying to be with you. So if you're trying to decide between two folks, those two energies could be represented by the two that I call out at the beginning. The first energy that we have is the King of Cups. Great card for a love reading. So King of Cups is going to be often a masculine energy who is definitely full of emotion or has the emotion behind the words, but maybe doesn't really do well with those words in terms of expressing how he feels. If there's a little bit more of a negative aspecting here for the masculine, it could mean that they're actually, maybe not doing so great in terms of mental health. They could be going through depression. However, the card that came out here with the King of Cups is the Sun, and that's the happiest card in the deck. You can see obviously we've got a smiley emoji basically, and this tells me that we don't have to worry about that last part there in terms of the King of Cups being someone who's depressed. This seems to be somebody who is doing quite well emotionally and mentally, and probably has feelings for you. So let's either get insight into my reader or another suitor. Well, let's just take a peek here. We've got, so what fell out there before I asked the question was the Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands. So it could be a lot of passion for you. The Four of Wands would generally refer to a commitment of some sort, a celebration. So you might have somebody that's looking to get into a relationship with you. And the Eight of Wands, in this particular deck, it really does convey an idea of a lot of things coming from different directions. So you might have a lot of options. You might have requests for a date coming in from multiple people, maybe even people you didn't expect. But you also might just be really busy. You might have, platonic requests coming in, maybe, friends coming in from town that you haven't seen for a while. Either way, lots of social stuff coming your way. So who's the second energy here, Spirit? All right, so the first one I've got here is the Magician. So this could be another masculine, it could be a feminine, as obviously gender doesn't really have too much influence as to whether or not we could be a magician. This is generally somebody who is good at creating the world that they would like to see, whether that means they are successful or talented. They can speak into existence things that they want. All right, so the three cards that came out with this. So we've got the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is somebody who has gone through quite a lot, but still has one remaining wand, because of course 10 is the highest number you have in tarot. And we've got a general idea of persistence despite, defeat or difficulties. So beyond that, we also have the Knight of Swords. This is telling me that we have two masculines coming forward in the reading here. That could mean, LGBT, I love you, It could mean we've got two suitors. Take it how it resonates. Of course, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us, so it could speak to a female or a male. So those other two cards that I'm not going to pair with the Knight of Swords energy, just keep them in mind. Five of Swords and Nine of Wands means that our magician here, or our Knight of Swords, is somebody who's coming from kind of a damaged place. All right, so we'll move on from the Tattoo Tarot to the Golden Art Nouveau to get a little bit of additional insight into what's going on in your love life. Ooh. So the first two cards out, we've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Empress. Not a bad start. So this is telling me this is probably you. Unless you do identify with one of those two earlier energies. I think it's pretty likely you're the Empress and you've been working quite hard on something, whether that's your own shadow work or just being a better person, or your career, getting your finances in order. Maybe you've got training classes you've been doing or an actual degree you've completed. Either way, you have worked quite hard and you're getting close to mastery of whatever it is you've been working on. In addition to that, the Empress is basically the combination of all of the feminine traits we see portrayed by the queens. So this is a woman who has high value, a woman who is intelligent, a woman who knows how to manage her emotions, and a woman who's alluring and decisive, can take action. If the Empress is not you, it could also mean somebody's mother. So this could mean somebody who worked really hard to raise a good boy, or somebody who has worked hard, maybe been a single mother, could be your mother. Either way, this is somebody who has worked quite hard to get where they are, and they have achieved quite a lot. Very cool. Okay, so then we also have the the High Priestess and the Queen of Pentacles coming out. This is great because in addition to, obviously validating the idea that the Empress is combining all of the other queens on the deck and having one of them come out, this is definitely someone who has their career or their finances figured out. We also have the High Priestess, one of my favorite cards. So I identify with this obviously because I consider myself pretty intuitive, but this can also be seen as a woman who, might be secretive. So either this Empress is able to pick up on the secrets of others, or she's quite good at keeping her own. Either way, however it resonates. And then with the Queen of Pentacles being added in there, like I said, we know that the finances are not a problem. Somebody's got a pretty good career or a pretty good grasp on their finances. And then we've got the Four of Swords. So we actually had, if you recall, the Five of Swords coming out earlier. This is not too different in terms of, kind of a feeling of being maybe ostracized or a little bit on your own, maybe mistreated by friends or other people that know you, colleagues. But Four of Swords is really going to talk about a time of introspection, spending some time with yourself, not really trying to invest too much in others because there's something that you need to consider, ponder, maybe be honest with yourself about. Because the Swords is a suit that can refer to intelligence, clarity, honesty, truth. Sometimes that Four of Swords to me is talking about somebody that really needs to be honest with themselves about who they are, what they've done, or what they need or want. Actually, let's switch to our clarifying deck here. So this is the Wild Unknown. I like it because it's a little bit smaller, so we can get some clarity on the first 5 cards here after the energies. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? So the Six of Wands wanted to show itself but didn't actually pop out. The Six of Wands can speak to victory. I really like the depiction here because you've got a rainbow over what appears to be rain for me. And I think it's important to focus on the idea that sometimes you have to get through a rain shower in order to see the rainbow at the end. Okay, so what actually came out to clarify the Eight of Pentacles, we've got the Seven of Swords. Probably my least favorite card, even though it does have an adorable fox on it. And it's my least favorite because it speaks to deceit or betrayal, dishonesty. So when it's paired with a card like Judgment, to me that's saying that somebody has been caught being dishonest, or there's a decision being made and there is deceit or betrayal at hand, or influencing that decision. Why is the Empress here? All right, so we've got Mother of Cups coming out. Mother of Cups would be, of course, Queen of Cups or Queen of Chalices in a different deck. And that would speak to a woman who knows how to, express herself, how to manage her emotions. If she's upset but wants to be, respectful, she's not going to scream at you in a restaurant and embarrass you. And she can be seen as quite loving. So she's compassionate towards others, maybe even people that she doesn't know very well. This is very likely our Empress energy here, as she does, embody all of the different queens. And we've already got the Queen of Pentacles coming out here. Interesting. So I didn't ask to clarify anything before these cards fell out, but we've got the Eight of Wands and the Father of Cups. With these two coming out together, and right after the Mother of Cups, it feels like we've got an inactive couple of masculines, or the Mother of Cups, the feminine energy, has turned her back on perhaps the pursuit of love or these particular suitors. Either way, you can see the Mother and Father of Cups are not looking at each other. They're not on the same page. They don't maybe have a good understanding of where the other one's coming from. Maybe they don't have a good dialogue going. They could even be no contact right now. But the important thing to note here is they're of the same suit. They are divine counterparts. So even if they are not currently on the same page, they do have a strong bond, and they do have quite a lot in common, and they would have a successful relationship if, things were managed appropriately. Coming out with the Eight of Wands, which can often speak to action, swift action, I think it's entirely possible this masculine energy, who's ever being represented by the Father of Cups, probably our first energy here, who is the King of Cups, they're going to take action now. So it could be they just needed to find their happiness or get a few things sorted out before they could come towards their queen. And now we've got the Hermit coming out. This to me speaks to taking some time to really understand the situation. It could mean actual education, but in a lot of times it aligns quite nicely with the Four of Swords energy in terms of taking some time to yourself, really thinking things through, processing. It could mean a secret being held. Because we've got this flame in the back that's bringing light, this could mean truth being revealed. So there could be that, someone didn't share with you how they feel, and now they're going to because they've decided to take some quick action towards you. Or it could mean that, you've not been honest about how you feel, so that they, have decided to not take any action. Ooh, but we've got the Ace of Pentacles, you guys. That's great. That means divine offer. So if something was not offered before, it's probably going to be offered now. So one of these suitors, most likely the King of Cups. So if that resonated or like sounded more like one of your suitors or more like one of the folks in your life right now, it sounds like that person is going to come out from hiding, take some action, and perhaps make an offer of love to you, or at least bring some truth to you so that you understand the situation a little bit more clearly. Hope that added some clarity for you guys today. If you want some more Wicked Wands Tarot, be sure to check me out on Instagram. You can also email me if you're interested in a personal reading at wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. Thanks. Have a great rest of your day.